Okay, so we're on to typography. So here in Photoshop, you notice that there's a text tool over here. It's called the horizontal type tool. Also, you can go into window and you can turn on the character window. So if I turn this on, this little menu rolls out and gives you all the character parameters for typography. So I'm going to click on the text tool, text on horizontal. I'm just going to click somewhere within this composition. And what I want to call this is the house in the woods. Now, when I type that, notice it doesn't show anything. That's because it's there. I'm just typing in black over here. So let's redo that again. Let me just take this layer and we'll just bring it down to the trash can. Let me switch over to white and let's go back to type and let's go click in our comp. The cursor starts and I'll type on my keyboard. There we go. The house in the woods. Okay, so once that's completed, click on the Move tool, and it locks it in. Now this really, this sentence here, this is just kind of the starting point of all this, but this really does not explain principles of design at all when I look at this typography. Remember all the things we studied here. We've talked about scale and positioning, proximity, and size relationships. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this right here, and I'm going to actually create another typography. I'm going to figure out what's best to build this out as a correct movie title. Now, one, I'm using Impact font, so that's not a really good font. It doesn't look spooky for this scene I've built. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to type again. I'm going to go ahead and start with the house. Okay, let's make it on a separate layer. Notice when I created the last layer, the last line of text, it appeared over here in the layer menu. So in this layer, I'm going to call it the house. I'm going to click on the selection tool to lock that in. And I'm going to move this up here. Now, I'm going to double click the T in the layer, and I can get back in there to modify it. And I'm going to go up here to the character menu. I can access it here, or I can come into the character menu here to change the type. So I want to switch this to a font that's going to be something. Now what's really nice is Photoshop displays some of the fonts over here on the right side. This looks pretty good. Cambria regular. I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. I'm pretty satisfied with that. All right, now I'm going to take this and then I'm going to make the next line in the, and I'm going to figure out how to get in there with wood. So let's start with the next. Let's create another layer text. Click on the T, click here, and when the cursor flashes, I'm going to put woods. Let's start with woods next. Okay. And now let's find a way to get in there. Now I could simply take this. Now woods and the house are kind of the main words in this sentence. The normally isn't capitalized, but it's because it's the house. So now going to go in. I'm going to go to type. I'm going to type in the. Select my selection tool and then lock it in. Then move this over to in the woods. I'm going to figure out a way to piece this out. It's nice when the guides come up. If you have your snapping turned on, see how those guides give you an idea of where it aligns middle and ends of the other word next to it. That's because the view, I got the snap to guides turned on, and they're on pretty much by default, so you don't have to worry about those things not showing up, but they're right there. The guides, the layers, in the document bounds, they're already turned on. So, okay, so right here, I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to double click the T on the layer, and I can get back into and I can just boost up the point size now. Let's say I want this to be bigger than in the, right? Let's go hierarchy relation. That's too big. That's still a little too big for the whole comp. That will work. I think I'm liking 200. Okay. See the house, the woods. Like I said originally, I wanted this title to be the hotel, but I changed my mind. I think the house makes a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna go 100 point font for in the, lock that in, and then woods. I'm gonna make woods. I think same point size as the house. And I think I'm going to strategically place in the hierarchy now. Something we can do is notice that in view, if I have my rulers turned on, if I go view and turn on my rulers, I can then click with the selection tool activated. I can click and drag a guide out. And what's really nice is if your snapping is turned on, it will snap a guide directly to the middle of the comp. You'll feel it catch, and it understands what's the complete middle, which is right here. Say it's on 12, so that's the middle. So I know I can use this guide to line up. I can also click and drag and bring another guide out, so I can snap it to the E and the S and make sure they're aligning, which is nice. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to play with these layers now and see if I can fit them in. It looks pretty good, you know. That's cool. And now I'm thinking this "the" needs to be smaller than house for some reason. I don't know. Let's keep playing with it. Yeah. All right. And then I'll take in the and hold shift in woods. And then I will use the arrow keys and just kind of move them down a little bit. I think they're a little too close to the top part. Like so. That looks pretty good. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm liking that. All right, if you want to get these guides out of here after you're done using them, go to View and Show and turn off the guides, which is right here. Okay, and that's perfect. So I'm going to go back to the original text file that we created just to kind of get the whole sentence out to look at it and how it's kind of built. I'm going to just delete it. I'm going to select that layer and delete it using the trash can. Click trash can, say yes. It's going to knock that out. And now we are ready to put in the rest of the actors titles that we could put up top. We always have actors, and then we always have a movie title block at the bottom. So we'll do that in the next section. Keep in mind that you can go to my LinkedIn page at linkedin.com if you would like to link up with me and have me as a resource and a reference in your list of contacts. You can send me a message at my LinkedIn, and that will reach out to my Yahoo email, hence my Gmail accounts, and I can always be there to help you. Thank you for watching, and look forward to working with you.